Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome all to today's reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are reading from the Lila, chapter 6, and we'll be reading from verse 54 onwards. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatamaham vande shigurum dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. Verse 54, chapter 6 of Adi Lila. Ihara Praman Shuna Shastrera Vyakhyan Mahad Anubhava Yate Sudrida Pramana. For evidence, please listen to the examples described in the revealed scriptures, which are corroborated by the realization of great souls. Verse 55 and 56. Anera Kakatha Vrajananda Mahashaya Tara Sama Guru Krishnera Ara Kahanaya Shuddha Vatsalya Ishwara Janana Nahi Tara Taha Ke Preme Karaya Dasya Anukara. Although no one is a more respected elder for Krishna than Nanda Maharaj in Braja, who in transcendental paternal love has no knowledge that his son is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, still ecstatic love makes him, what to speak of others, feel himself to be a servant of Lord Krishna. Verse 57. Teno rati mati mage Krishnera charane tahara Shri Mukha Vani tahate pramane. He too prays for attachment and devotion to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, as the words from his own mouth give evidence. Verses 58 and 59. Shuna Udhava Satya Krishna Amara Tanaya Tenho Ishvara Hena Yadi Tomara Mana Manelaya Tathapi Tanate Rahu Mora Manovritti Tomara Ishvara Krishne Hauka Moramati. Translation: My dear Lord, my dear Uddhav, please hear me. In truth, Krishna is my son, but even if you think that he is God, I would still bear toward him my own feelings for my son. May my mind be attached to you, Lord Krishna. Verse 60. Manaso vritayo naha syuha Krishna padam bhujashrayaha Vacho Bidhiya Nir Nam Kayastat Prahavana Dishu. May our minds be attached to the lotus feet of your Lord Krishna. May our tongues chant his holy name, and may our bodies lie prostrate before him. Verse 61. Karambhir Brahmayam Manam Yatra Kavapi Shware Chayaya Mangala Charitair Danai Ratir Nah Krishna Ishware. Translation: Wherever we wander in the material universe under the influence of karma by the will of the Lord, may our auspicious activities cause our attraction to Lord Krishna to increase. Purport: These verses from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 47th chapter, verses 66 to 67 were spoken by the denizens of Vrindavan, headed by Maharaj Nanda and his associates to Uddhav, who had come from Mathura. Verse 62. Shrida Madi Vrajayata Sakhara Nichaya Aishwarya Jnan Hina Keval Sakhya Maya. Lord Krishna's friends in Vrindavan, headed by Sridama, have a pure fraternal affection for Lord Krishna and have no idea of his opulences. Verse 64. Pada samvahanam chakruh kechit tasya mahatmanah apare hata papamano vyajanaih samavijayan. Translation: Some of the friends of Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, massaged his feet, and others whose sinful reaction had been destroyed fanned him with handheld fans. Purport: This verse, quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 15th chapter, verse 17 describes how Lord Krishna and Lord Brahma were playing with the cowherd boys after killing Dhenukasur in Talavan. Verses 65 and 66. Krishnera prayasi vraje yata gopi gana yanra pad dhuli kare uddhava prarthana yan sabara upare Krishnera priya nahi ana tanhara apnake kare dasi abhimana. Even the beloved girlfriends of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan, the gopis, the dust of whose feet was desired by Sri Uddhav, and who are more dear to Krishna than anyone else, regard themselves as Krishna's maidservants. Verse 67. Braja janarti han vira yushitam nij jana samaya vamsana smita bhaja sakhe bhavat kinkarihi smano jalaruhanunam charu darshaya. This is from the Gopi Geet. It's usually sung in the singing meter. Rajajanartihan Virayoshitam Nijajana Smaya Dvamsana Smita Bhaja Sakhe Bhavat Kinkare Smano Jalaruhananam Charu darshaya. Jalaruhanunam is a face exactly like a lotus flower. O Lord, remover of the afflictions of the inhabitants of Vrindavan, O hero of all women, O Lord, who destroyed the pride of your devotees, by your sweet, gentle smile. O friend, we are your maidservants. Please fulfill our desires and show us your attractive lotus face. Purport. This verse in connection with the Rasa dance in Krishna with the gopis is quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 31st chapter, 6th verse. When Krishna disappeared from his companions in the course of dancing, the gopis sang this like this in separation from Krishna, and it is called the Gopi Geet. That was one of the verses of the Gopi Geet. Verse 68. Api bata madhu puryam arya putro adhunaste Smrati sa pitra gehan somme bandhumscha gopan kvachid api sakatham daha kinkarinam granite bhujam aguru sugandham murdni adhasyat kadanu. Translation. O Uddhav, it is indeed regrettable that Krishna resides in Mathura. Does he remember his father's household affairs and his friends, the cowherd boys? O great soul, does he ever talk about us, his maidservants? When will he lay on our heads in his aguru-scented hand? Purport. This verse appears in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 47, 21st verse, in the section known as Brahmar Gita. When Uddhav came to Vrindavan, Srimati Radharani, in complete separation from Krishna, sang like this. Verses 69 and 70. Tan sabara katha rahu Srimati Radhika sabha haite sakalamshe Parama adhika tenho yanra dasi haina sevina charana yanra prema gune Krishna Krishna baddha anukshana. Anukshana is always. Translation. What to speak of the other gopis, even Sri Radhika, who in every respect is the most elevated of them all and who has bound Sri Krishna forever by her loving attributes, serves his feet as his maidservant. Verse 71. Hanath Ramana Preshtha Kwasi Kwasi Maha Bhuja Dasyaste Kripanaya Me Sakhe Darshaya Sannidhim. Preshtha means, O most dear one. Kwa asi, where are you? Where are you? Translation, O my Lord, O my husband, O most dearly beloved, O mighty armed Lord, where are you? Where are you? O my friend, reveal yourself to your maidservant, who is very much aggrieved by your absence. Purport, this verse is quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, chapter 30, verse 39. When the Rasa dance was going on in full swing, Krishna left all the gopis and took only Srimati Radharani with him. At that time, all the gopis lamented, and Srimati Radharani, being proud of her position, requested Krishna to carry her wherever he liked. Then Krishna immediately disappeared from the scene, and Srimati Radharani began to lament. Verse 72, Dwarakate Rukmini Yadi Yateka Mahishi Tanharao Apana ke Mane Krishna Dasi. In Dwarkadham, all the queens headed by Rukmini also considered themselves maidservant of Lord Krishna. Verse 73, Chedyaya Marpaitum Udaita Kar Mukeshu Rajasva Ajaya Bhatta Shekharitangari Renuh Ninne Mrigendra Eva Bhagam Ajavi Yuthat Tach Shri Niketa Charano Astu Mamar Chanaya Archanaya for worshipping. Translation, when Jarasandha and other kings, bows and arrows upraised, stood ready to deliver me in charity to Shishupal, he forcibly took me from their midst as a lion takes his share of goats and sheep. The dust of his lotus feet is therefore the crown of unconquerable soldiers. May those lotus feet, which are the shelter of the goddess of fortune, be the object of my worship. Purport, this verse is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.83.8, was spoken by Queen Rukmini. Verse 74, Tapash Charantim Agyanaya Swapadasparshanasya Sakhyo Petya Grihit Panim Saham Tadgriha Marchani. Knowing me to be performing the austerities with the desire to touch his feet, he came with his friend Arjun and accepted my hand. Yet I am but a maidservant engaged in sweeping the floor of the house of Krishna. Purport, like the previous verse, this verse appears in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.83.11 in connection with the meeting of family ladies of the Kuru and Yadu dynasties at Samanta Panchaka. At the time of meeting, the queen of Krishna named Kalindi spoke to Draupadi in this way. Verse 75, Atma Ramasya Tasyema Vayam Vaigriha Dasika Sarva Sanga Nivrityadha Tapasa Cha Babhu Vima. Through austerity and through renunciation of all attachments, we have become maidservants in the home of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is satisfied in himself. He is Atmaram. Purport, during the same incident, this verse quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.83.39 was spoken by Draupadi to Draupadi by a queen of Krishna named Lakshmana. Verse 76, Anera ki kotha Baladeva Mahashaya Yanara Bhava Shuddha Sakhya Vatsalyadi Maya. What to speak of others, even Lord Baldev, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is full of emotions like pure friendship and paternal love. Purport, although Lord Baldev appeared before the birth of Lord Krishna and is therefore Krishna's worshipable elder brother, he used to act as Krishna's eternal servitor in the spiritual sky. All the Vaikuntha planets are predominated by the quadruple expansions of Krishna, known as Chaturvyu. They are direct expansions from Baldeva. It is the singularity of the Supreme Personality that everyone in the spiritual sky thinks himself a servitor of the Lord. According to social convention, one may be superior to Krishna, but factually everyone engages in his service. Therefore, in the spiritual sky or the material sky and all different planets, no one is able to supersede Lord Krishna or demand service from him. On the contrary, everyone engages in the service of Lord Krishna, As such, the more a person engages in the service of Lord Krishna, the more he is important, and conversely, the more one is bereft of the transcendental service of Krishna, the more he invites the bad fortune of material contamination. In the material world, all the materialists want to become one with the God or compete with God. Everyone, directly or indirectly, in the service of the Lord. The more one is forgetful of the service of Krishna, the more he is considered to be dying. Therefore, one develops pure Krishna consciousness. He immediately develops his eternal loving serviship to Krishna, servitorship to Krishna. So thank you for joining. We'll continue from here onwards next time. Hare Krishna.